Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO Unbroken Bonds video. Today's Unbroken Bonds video, guys, we're going to be looking at another QuagNag deck. This is going to be a Kyurem Quagsire deck, and I cannot get enough of Quagsire, not going to lie. Quagsire is really fun to play right now. There's quite a few different Quagsire decks I want to look at. I do have a post-rotation build ready to go too, which is pretty sick. So the idea with the QuagNag Kyurem build is you have Kyurem's attack Hail Prison, which for 3 energy, you discard 2 of them, does 110 damage, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. That can be really powerful. Being able to auto-paralyze every single turn is really good in my opinion. You're going to be able to shut down a lot of Pokemon that they can't do anything. They just can't move, they can't attack, they're just stuck in there. So that's going to be the idea behind Hail Prison and this archetype. When we do end up discarding those waters, we get them back through Charging Up and Aqua Patch. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting way to play Quagsire, and it might work, might not. Before getting into this PTCGO video, guys, of course, shout out to the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. If you are ever looking for any PTCGO codes for any set, whether it be Unbroken Bonds or Team Up, if you're looking for Unbroken Bonds codes, stuff like that, you can get them over at Card Cavern TCG. You can also get trainer kits, Pokemon GX boxes, all that good stuff for PTCGO. You can get them over at Card Cavern TCG, guys. And obviously, when you do end up purchasing something from Card Cavern TCG, you can use code LDF to get that 5% discount on the order. And yeah, shout out to Card Cavern TCG. If you're looking for any PTCGO codes, get them over from there. So yeah, let's look at the deck here, what it's all about. So your main attacker is going to be just Kyurem, basically. Kyurem with Hail Prison, being able to discard 2 waters from it. Being able to auto-paralyze is honestly not great, if I'm being serious. Auto-paralysis isn't the greatest right now for a couple reasons. One, there's multiple switches in people's deck right now, and also Guzma is a threat for Kyurem too. If your opponent Guzma's out, you know, not only will they, you know, they can just Guzma up a Naganadel or Quagsire and knock it out, but they also get out of the paralysis, which isn't good. Not to mention, only 110 damage means we can't one-shot Reshizard, and we also cannot be one-shotting a lot of Pokemon. 110 damage is fine, though. It's going to 2-shot a good amount of stuff, but again, 110 is kind of weak. But the auto-paralysis every turn is pretty powerful. Forcing your opponent to switch out of the active spot is, in my opinion, pretty good. It's just coming down to will they have their Guzmas. And some decks right now will only play, like, 2 Guzmas. You know, there's, like, a rare deck that'll play 3. So, like, 2 Guzmas is fine. Again, we're playing no GXs, so they're not going to knock out that many Pokemon with their Guzmas. So they can't keep up forever. That's kind of the idea with this deck anyways. The other like water-type basic attacker is going to be Volk with Sonic Blast and Jet Geyser. Sonic Blast is just really good. I got the 3/3 Naganadel line to be able to, you know, obviously go well with Hail Prison. Most lists will play 2/2 Naganadel. I'm going with my 3 line because Charging Up is really good with Hail Prison. I got a 3/2/1 Quagsire line. I am playing 2 washout Quagsires. Originally I played 3 and then like 4 Woopers. But I've actually decided to go with a Fighting Quagsire just for the Pikarom matchup. The Pikarom matchup isn't terrible, in my opinion. Again, the auto-paralysis can help out quite a bit. But having the Fighting Quagsire just evens the deal. Also, it's good against Zoroark, which I think this deck struggles against because Zoroark has Acerola and they have Guzmas in their deck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got Oranguru for Instruct. We got Ditto. We got this Ditto. That's basically it for the Pokemon. We go into the items now. This list is kind of similar to most QuagNag lists you'll see. Got your Aqua Patches. I've actually gotten with a Counter Catcher over a Guzma. Pretty early on, you're not going to be taking prizes with Hail Prison, so you can get a good Counter Catcher play out of it. I like the Counter Catcher over the Guzma. Not that Guzma matters, because, you know, when you play Guzma, they're not going to be paralyzed anymore, but you know what I mean. I'd rather actually prefer Judge in the deck, which we'll talk about why Judge is in here in a minute. 4 Nest Balls, 4 Ultra Balls. I am playing 3 Stretchers. I've gone with a 3 Stretcher build of QuagNag. I really like the 3 Stretcher build. Just being able to constantly shuffle back your Pokemon is really good. If they're not going to Kyurem, you can get it back. If they're not going to Quag, you can get it back. And again, having 3 Stretchers is better than 2 and even 1, because when they do Guzma, they're always going to be knocking out a Quagsire or something, so having the Stretcher gets them back. I got 2 Forests, 4 Cynthias, because it's Cynthia. I got 4 Lilies for draw. I got an Erika. Just a lot of draw support stuff. Going with the Oranguru, really nice. Now, I'm actually playing 2 Judges. Now, there's a very specific reason why I've put 2 Judges in the deck. And that is because when you judge your opponent to 4 cards and paralyze them, they get 4 cards. Out of those 4 cards, will they find a way to get out of paralysis? That is quite literally why Judge is in here. Just because if you judge them and paralyze them in the same turn, will their 4 cards be a Guzma or a Switch, right? that's why Judge could be really good. They're only getting 4 cards. The likelihood that they'll find a switching card off that is not very high. They can get a supporter that can get them into a switch, but if they get a supporter that's not a Guzma, they can't do Guzma that turn, so they're stuck being paralyzed. So that's why I like having 2 Judges in here. There's no Marshadow, obviously. I've gone with 4 Batons. Pretty straightforward. I think 4 is better than 3. Blower's starting to make a comeback, and I got 10 Water Energies. Yeah, it's my Quagsire Kyurem list. Can't get enough of the deck. So I'll see you guys in some matches. Alright guys, let's go do some games now with QuagNag and Kyurem. I am a fan of playing my QuagNag decks. They're just fun ladder grinding decks because you get pretty good wins with them. They have good matchups across the board, not to mention, if you run into a Reshizard deck, you pretty much, you know, get a free win, so it's nice. I love playing Quagsire. And alright, we are up against, I hope it's not a Wheezing deck. I think it's going to be Kyurem. We'll see though. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately. We'll see what kind of deck this is. I hope it's not Wheezing. Every time I see Psychic, Lightning, and like Fighting or Water, I immediately assume it's a Wheezing deck. Alright, we got a Wooper start, we got Viridian, not a bad hand actually. We got the Fighting Quay. We know it's in the deck, which is pretty good, considering we might be up against a Pikachu and Zekrom deck here. No, hey, it's a Fire deck, look at that. Eevee and Snorlax might cause some issues, because we can't one-shot them with Surf. We'll see how it goes. I think this matchup's fine. Any Fire deck, again, you just auto-win, I think. Yeah, they see the Wooper, they're scared. They're scared. They do go first, so they're going to be able to build up the Reshizard a little bit quicker. So we're going to have to kind of pick up the pace here and get a good board state going. No turn 1 Lillie is unfortunate. It's fine, though. We'll see how we fare against Reshizard. Pretty much your best matchup, I think, is Reshizard, to be honest. Kyurem, I think, is also kind of favored. You don't have Mew to protect your bench from a Tag Bolt, which can kind of suck. But again, paralyzing a tag team every turn, I think, is really good. If they don't get it out of the active spot, what do? The Jirachi build of Reshizard, though, is not I'm not a fan of. The problem with this build is they do have a lot more switching cards because they have to play Jirachi. So they're already going to have a few switches in the decks, so not great. But we're up against a Fire deck, so we don't really care about Paralysis every turn anyways, because we're going to be hitting them for weakness most of the time, so it's not even a big deal. We'll see if they get an Eevee Snorlax here. A little worried about Eevee Snorlax, that's about it. They have Lightning in the deck, too. I don't know what that could be. I'm trying to think, and I don't know what a Lightning type would be, unless they're just randomly playing a Tapu Koko, but I doubt it. If they're playing the Blissey version, they can get out of the Paralysis through Blissey's ability, which could be kind of annoying and bad. But I think they're just playing a straight Reshizard deck. Or they could be playing the Blissey version too, but I don't think the Blissey version will be playing Prism Star Bulk. Alright, so they're definitely going to put some pressure on me here with this thing, unless this Jirachi doesn't get out of the active spot. Oh, they're going to let loose me. Ooh, this could be big. We do lose our hand, and we had a pretty good hand. But if we get a turn 1 Lillie here, I'm happy. Which we didn't get. We did get Kyurem, though, which I like to see. Power plant coming down and a pass. Alright, Mew means we can't do Volk's attack, which kind of sucks. I kind of want to attach to Wooper. The reason for this is because if I lose it, we get Aqua Patch activated. Let's do it. Alright, no Lillie, unfortunately. I'll take a Cynthia, though. Works just as fine. No other Woopers, though. That's a problem. Probably best to retreat. I'm just gonna pass in case he has a Guzma. He could just knock me out. If I Aqua Patch or something, no point. Alright, at least we have an Erika for 6, so that makes me a little more happier. There's a switch. Okay, if he plays that now, that means he won't be able to get our Paralysis, which could be big. It could still be big to paralyze this, I mean, because we're not going to knock it out in one hit. We're only going to do 220 damage. So, you know. Him burning switches, I think, is good. I think he's digging for Guzma here. And they hit it. But that means they're taking 2 switching cards with them in 1 turn. So there's some benefits to this. And it looks like they're actually just going to go for the knockout, which is a little surprising. So what I can do here is I can attach, do Call Forth, and put a Baton on, which I'm going to do. Alright, we drew a Viridian. That's a huge bonus. Good Stretcher, put the Kyurem back into play. Do quite a bit here. Alright, we're gonna Erika for 6. We really need to get some Poipoles and Woopers down. Bro, where the heck are they? Seriously, how did we not hit a single one? Okay, that's pretty annoying, not gonna lie. That is pretty frustrating. I think we'll Viridian away water. Man. It sucks. I'm not even gonna evolve in a Quagsire, there's no point. We'll Aqua Patch to the other Kyurem. Spread the energy out a little bit. Oh, we'll call for 4. Call forth Cole. That's a very intense name. Alright, well he has a choice. He can knock out the active, or he can knock out the Wooper. I think it's best for him to knock out Wooper. Alright, escape rope, that's fine. Again, he's burning these switching cards, which is good for me. Like, if you want to play 2 switches in 1 turn like that, play a Guzma and an escape rope and a switch in 1 turn, be my guest. He might be holding on to the Guzma though for when I do attack him. I can also go the route of maybe just hitting him with Quagsire, which is good. I can also judge him next turn, which I'm probably going to do, in all honesty. Though I am still looking for some Woopers and Poipoles. Judge won't give me the best odds of hitting them. I still kind of want to judge him here just to get rid of that Guzma in his hand, which would be pretty good. It's a good thing he's playing these switching cards, though. Does he even want to knock out Kyurem? I think he's going to go for Guzma here because he's retreating into the Jirachi. So he's probably going to settle with a Guzma, which I'm fine with. Hey, man, burn your switching cards. Burn 2 of them in 1 turn. Do it. The only thing that's making his, him doing a Guzma here is, we just don't have that many Pokemon on our bench. Our setup is pretty bad. But, whatever. Don't really care. We have 3 stretchers in the deck for a reason. Another escape rope. I mean, if he plays that, we can bring in the Kyurem. And that's going to be another switching card. At least we know he has another escape rope within his deck. There's Guzma. He's going to knock out Wooper most likely. Yep. Alright, well, my opponent has played 3 switching cards. We know they have a escape rope in their hand. And the best part about this is we know we can knock him out now. Or not knock him out, we can hit him. There's an Ultra Ball. I am going to play that and get rid of Lillie and Wishful Baton. I am going to try and get as many Woopers in play as I can this turn. I think we will judge him, because we know he has the escape rope. Might as well try and get rid of it. There we go. We got Wooper, and we got Nest Ball, which can get us a Oranguru. And Viridian too. Thin out the deck a little bit. I ain't gonna grab anything. Work for 2. Nice. Alright, Hail Prison for not a knockout, but we judged him. Hopefully Judge made him not get a switching card. He does play a lot of them though. He's played 3 of them. My opponent might be able to find a switching card. I'm not gonna be surprised if they don't, but still. If they don't, good for us. There's a Welder, so at this point they're gonna find us. They have to find either a switch or a rope. If they find a rope, we'll just give up the other Kyurem. So, pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, let's go! And that is why Judge with the Paralysis combo is so good, because they were not able to get out of the active spot there. That is why hitting them with a Judge and paralyzing them in the same turn is good. Let's see how many switches they had. Wait, what is Miltank? What does it do? As long as Pokemon is your active Pokemon when you touch energy from your hand. Oh. Okay, I thought Miltank could get rid of special conditions too. They had the EV Snorlax. Good thing they didn't go for that. They had 2 switches and 2 ropes, and only 3. Oh, they actually had a lot of switches. They had 3 Guzmas, 2 ropes, and 2 switches. Yeah, they had, what, 7 switching options? And they weren't able to find one off the Judge and Welder. Good to see. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, guys, go to another game with Kyurem here. The first game there wasn't great. That's the thing, though, when you're playing against a fire deck with a water deck, usually the games just go by quick. At the very least, I was able to show off the Paralysis combo with Kyurem and Judge. That's what I wanted to do. And we gotta show it off. We're up against Fire, Dark, and Fighting. I'm assuming this is gonna be a Zoroark deck. Which most likely it is, because the Fire is probably just my cargo. And Zoroark is a problem because they have Ace Rolas, Guzmas, and Palpads. So, yeah, not a good matchup, in my opinion. We do have the Fighting Quagsire, though. We'll see if we get to do it. I'm not gonna lie, my hands with this deck have been so bad. Like, my opening hands have been just trash. So I'm hoping our opening hand this time can actually be decent. Okay, it is decent. Alright, well, good to see. Don't know why our openings have just been bad. Finally got a decent one. Alright, let's see here what we're gonna do. Yep, it's a Zoroark deck. It might not be. It could still be a Buzzle deck, maybe. The Dark could have just been Absol. Nope, it is a Zoroark deck. Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for Zoroark. As you can tell, Zoroark is a good turn. Okay. We can actually do a turn on Erika here, which is pretty good. What do we draw? Cynthia, really? Alright, we'll go Erika for 5. What are we looking at here? No basics. Get rid of Lillie and Ultra Ball. We'll get another Wooper. I do want to have the double Wooper for next turn. I was hoping we would maybe find a beautiful card known as Baton, but I actually don't think he can knock out the Kyurem here unless he, like, is able to go with a Zoroark Devour Field play, which could happen, but we'll see. But yeah, as long as the Quagsire, the Fine Quagsire's not prized, I'm a little happy because we can definitely use it here to body these Zoroarks. Alright, if that got double heads, I was going to just throw my chair out the window. Oh! Okay, unless he drops a Diancie here, he's still only going to knock me out, but that's an interesting card to see. Not the end of the world, though. We got the patch and everything, so it's not too bad. Yeah, he has a Zoroark. You could drop a Diancie DC here, that'd be pretty annoying. Alright, Cynthia. Do not find a Zoroark GX. Found the DC. Does he play a... Okay, no Zoroark and no Diancie, so Kyurem, let's just see another day. Good. Let's see what we can draw. This ball's beautiful. We can get ourselves a Poipole here. So we should get a knockout. I really want to play that down so I don't draw it. I don't know why. I might have to just do Cynthia. Really hope we get Quagsire here. Come on, don't whiff it, don't whiff it, don't whiff it. We did whiff it. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Okay, we can draw one extra card. Draw one extra card. Come on. Give me the Quag. We whiffed it again. My goodness. That's annoying. That's what I get for playing 2, though. I hope it doesn't blow me, too, because I had to burn a Baton there. Ah, that sucks. Alright, Timer Ball. Double tails this time. Nah, still one head, so whatever. Dang it, bro. That cheeses me. I mean, the likelihood he would have went Guzman Ace Roll is, I guess, pretty high, but still, like... You gotta be kidding me. I want to deal with this Lycanroc before we go Quag, because we're going to need the Quagsire to deal with Zoroark. I actually would like to get Ditto down, too, very soon, so that I can... And ideally, I want to use my Ditto, evolve into a Water Quagsire, before he gets a Muck down. Well, units to Zoroark. You could actually do Trickster. Rip Kyurem, man. You didn't deserve to... You did not deserve to go out like that. Oh, man, that is super annoying. Alright, we're gonna bring in Poipole, just in case we can draw a Naganadel here, which we don't. Should get a Naganadel, though. I'm not gonna... Should be able to find one. Come on, Instruct. We're not looking at anything good. Alright, come on, Cynthia. Don't let me down. Alright, that's actually a pretty good hand. We're not going to be able to structure Shuffle. However, though, we were able to find the Naganadel Kyurem combo. I guess I could save the Stretcher and just pay the 2 energy retreat cost, but I'd still rather get Naganadel in play. And we can get the Kyurem off. Still only got one Zoroark in play, so we'll see if we cannot deal with any Ace Rolla Guzma shenanigans. I am scared of Field Blower, though. We are burning our Batons here. We kind of have to, though, so we can draw cards. Alright, we'll go boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's see if the Hail Prison sticks. Would have been nice to get a judge, but he has Zoroark, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. We'll see if this works. If he stays paralyzed, good for us. But yeah, Kyurem Quagsire Post-Station, I think it's going to be spicy right now. It's a little tough to play. He's going to trade off the Ultra Ball. Yeah, we got to pray he doesn't get a Guzma/Acerola. I don't mind the Guzma. He'll probably knock out a Wooper. If he has to knock out Zoroark, though, then we can go hope for the Fighting Quagsire. Gets rid of a Judge. Right? I'd rather him do Guzma here. Ah, there it is! Oh, there goes our batons. We got one left, right? Yeah, one left. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. Please do not... If he ace rolls and gets rid of the batons in one turn, that's going to be pretty devastating. If he stays paralyzed, though, we get 2 easy prizes here. He could Bloodthirsty Eyes Oranguru too. I could still knock it out with Psychic, but that would actually be a pretty good idea for my opponent. How many Aqua Patches do we have left? 2. And he has the Guzma. Well, it could have been worse. Could have been an Acerola. He's actually bringing out Rockruff, surprisingly. Oh, he's just gonna pass? Oh. Okay. I am completely fine with that. The Absol means we can't really move as easily. Alright, struck for 1. Ah, we got a Judge. Judge. Do I want to play it? I mean, we had the Quagsire, so we can retreat here. I think we just knock him out. We'll take the knockout. I think I'm gonna Cynthia, because I do want to hit a Judge. Or not Judge, Baton, no. Ooh, Counter Catcher, though. Alright, now we're talking. Oh, shoot, we can do this. We can knock him out with Quagsire. Oh my gosh. So OP. Okay. We'll Viridian away Naganadel. Do we have Stretcher? We do, so we got 1 left in the deck. So, if he does knock me out, which obviously will happen, we can evolve that Wooper again next turn, maybe. Alright, this is pretty sweet. Little Surf knockout. Love to see it. Still, I don't want that Lycanroc Acerola. We can't really bring it up. See what our prizes are looking like. Misspell and Poipole. Poipole's okay. We can get another Naganadel in play. And he's bringing out the damaged Lycanroc. I love to see it. Unfortunately, he's doing just enough to KO me, but I'm fine with that. Quagsire did his job. It knocked out what we were trying to do. We're looking to bump that Devoured Field because with Zoroark, he will be able to do enough to one-shot a Kyurem if it came down to it. I'm actually curious to see if he Guzma's here. If he keeps his Quagsire alive, it's going to be a problem for him. See if he knocks it out. He could do Bloodthirsty Eyes. He could still knock out this Quagsire, which we still have this in play. But we've burned those 2 Stretchers, though, so it's a bit of a problem. Should probably be careful on what we discard with Pokemon now. Yeah, he's actually retreating with Zoroark, which is shocking. Because now, if we can find a Stretcher, we can knock this out, and then we gotta finish that off to win the game. So I'm really glad he did that. Stretcher is in the deck. Can we find it, though, is the question. Let's get Volk down. It's up to us to find the Stretcher here. I think we will try and paralyze him, too. If we do whiff it, we can paralyze. Alright, Cynthia, give us the Rescue Stretcher. Nope, didn't give a Stretcher. Well then. We can get a prize. We can get a prize with Sonoblast. I actually kind of like that. That sucks. No stretcher. Whatever. We get a prize here, which is pretty fun. Dang, man. That does suck we whiffed the stretcher. But you know what? We had to play the 2 early on. We're actually out of Cynthia's now. So we gotta worry about that. I definitely need to get another Poipole down soon, too. Man. That kind of sucked with stretcher. But we can save the Zoroark for later. Unless he Guzmas the Wooper. Which could happen. Now we'll wash out. I'm not going to play the baton down. We don't need to. Because we're not going to get knocked out here. And if he doesn't involve that Ditto either, we can take another prize next turn. Take our prize. What's it looking like? Another Nest Ball. Alright. So, it's been okay for now. We haven't really been able to do many Kyurem Paralysis locks, but the Fighting Quagsire is getting to do some action, which I like to see. He's bringing in the Lycanroc. So, the only way he can knock me out is really no way, actually. I don't really think he can kill me here. There's a Guzma. He's gonna knock out the Wooper. No, the Quagsire. Cool. Yeah, Stretcher Shuffle play is gonna be happening. I'm actually fine with doing more Sauna Blasts. That should be his last Guzma, and we still just have to worry about 1 Ace Rolla in the deck. Okay, so we do have our Turning Point turn. I don't really care about that, though. We're not going to take a knockout. No Turning Point needed. Alright. Get the Ditto down. Now we're looking for a Stretcher Shuffle play. You have to worry about a knockout on my Naganadel, but it's not dealing with this thing. It's actually good. We'll do Lillie for 3. No Stretcher Shuffle. Got an Aqua Patch, though. Oh, Sauna Blast. So, the Lycanroc, how much HP does it have left? 50. So we need a couple more. 3 more, actually. Yeah, it's not looking good. Still, though, we're getting a lot of damage on the board, and my opponent does have to evolve this, too. So, he's got to do quite a bit here. He has a choice with Ace Rolla, too. Zoroark gets knocked out, or this gets knocked out, too. He's got a decision to make with Ace Rolla if he wants to play it. Looks like he's going to go for a Dangerous Rogue. Which is fine, because we can knock him out Turning Point. Alright. Smooth Over Trade gets him anything he wants, which is a little bad, especially when we try and paralyze him in the late game, but we'll see. He's probably going to be an Ace Rolla. He's probably going to Ace Roll the other Lycanroc, too. No, he's definitely going to Ace Rolla this thing. Yippers, there it is. He doesn't heal the Zoroark, though, which I like to see, and I gotta hope that's the only Ace Roll he's got, man. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a close game, though. This is gonna be a really close game. We do get a Turning Point knockout, though, which is good. We gotta play our last Baton. Hope he doesn't have a Field Blower. See what our 2 prizes are looking like. Come on, be good. Ultra Ball's nice. Alright, that's good. If we can get Stretcher, we can Ultra Ball Shuffle. We still have our Judges. Wouldn't be bad to get one of those. Ultra Balls are good, though, because if we need to search for the Fighting Quagsire. Because I'm definitely going to Stretcher Shuffle. So, yeah. This is going to be a close game, though, for sure. I gotta hope he doesn't have another Ace Rolla and another Field Blower. So we need the Baton to stick. We need to find Stretcher. We still need a lot to win this game. The game is far from over. That's one of the issues with this deck. The low damage output and the healing switching cards are just too much for Kyurem. So I don't know. After this game, I don't know if I'm really feeling Kyurem Quagsire. I think post-rotation, this deck actually does get a little bit better because we lose, you know, Guzma's gone, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. It's possible to win this game, too. If we can draw a Stretcher, it's possible to win the game. There's Lycanroc. Okay, gets rid of 1 energy. He doesn't knock me out. Oh my gosh. Big boy plays. And that's game. That is game. We do have game. I think, right? Game, retreat 1, boom. Okay, cool. Alright, pretty close match here against the Zoroark Lycanroc deck. So yeah, I don't know about Kyurem again. I ain't feeling it, in all honesty. It's, I don't know, it just doesn't really work very well. But you know what? We got to show off the deck still, I think. We did a good job showcasing what the deck is all about. I think I'll end off the video here, guys, with these 2 games. Yeah, I don't know about this deck. It's fun to play. It's really fun when you get the lock off with Quagsire. But I don't know, man. Kyurem, I just don't think it can work right now. With Acerola and Guzma running amok, I really don't know if the deck, you know, can succeed. But other than that, you know, the deck might have potential. Who knows? Definitely post rotation. I think revisiting Kyurem Quagsire is going to be big, because without the Guzmas, and we're only relying on Switch, because Escape Rope's also leaving too, which is a pretty big card for decks to lose. So there's still potential for this deck to shine in the new format. Right now, though, with Guzmas and Acerola and multiple switches, Escape Rope's running amok, I don't think Kyurem Quagsire works, but I still have fun showing the deck off. We got to use the Fighting Quagsire, which is nice, because I was trying to do a dual QuagNag deck eventually. I wanted to get on it, but I just ended up not doing it, but yeah, we gotta show it off. Yeah, I like the deck, it's fun. I maybe would try to add a thicker Wooper line for sure, looking back on it. I don't really know what else I changed about the list. I like the judges. I maybe take out a baton. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that'll have today's PTCGO video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. Help me on the road to reaching 5K subscribers or 4,700 subscribers if you have not subbed to the channel already. And of course, guys, check out the sponsor, Card Cavern TCG. If you're ever looking for any PTCGO codes, get them over at Card Cavern TCG. Use code LDF. Get a 5% discount on the purchase, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, see you guys on the PTCGO video, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.